They never taught. That's why they don't know. Schools, the curriculum, the teachers, the dad and mom, no one teach them. They have to live here and earn and strengthen the economic status of your country, and it's your duty. The Newari Khajagar, Thakali Khana, these are the things. But these are the idea, right? Idea. Nepal, it's okay. But the government should play the role to franchise all over the world. This is the international community or the world trade market. We have never entered there. Why? Because government not support us.
Prakash Shrestha sir, welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you very much.
So, how do you see the economic condition of Nepal at present?
See, economy is it's a global phenomenon. It has two factors, or easily we can call it environment. So environment means there is an external environment, also there is an internal environment. Around the world, if certain things happens, like a COVID came and everybody got the problem, that was the economic hamper. That is one aspect, that is the external environment. The another one is the internal environment, where we have to fight with our own system, our own resources, our own capability of doing the business or the trades or something. So now the world economy environment, the external environment is, at least it's a fine. But beside that, internally, the country of Nepal, if we see the conditions of Nepalese economy, it's the worst ever. Such a worst thing never happened in our history. Of course, there were people like Rajesh Samal used to, one interview I saw, his interview, he said, yes, of course the lifestyle is good, but the people are very poor, in the sense that, yes, poor. We are in the same conditions today, but we are wearing a clothes, we are eating a different way. How? Why? How we are eating? We are not doing anything itself. We are not doing anything. Do you think we are doing? Just the only thing, we went abroad and earn money. Likewise, it's kind of we are paying the interest. This is the scenario of present our country's economic status. You know one thing, even in one statistic I saw, I really amazed that. In 1985, our industrial growth was 16%. And China and India, they were very lower in their development of industrializations. We are in 16%. In 2000s, at the history of country, first time one, I think Arab, written in English, the rice we purchased from outside. Today, 52 billion cash monies, the grains are brought here in Nepal. We have a sophisticated land, we have a resources, we have a water, everything we have. But day by day, we are just becoming poorer and poorer and poorer. Today, our condition is the worst in history. This is the current scenario of Nepal. That's why the youth of these nations never want to leave here. Even the 12th class passed students, plus 2 passed students, if you ask him, what are you going to do
After +2.
Yeah, after +2. They straightly, without any abstract, they straightly going for Australia, America, even in Dubai, Saudi, Qatar. These kinds of answers we got. Why is that? Because they even don't know. They never taught. That's why they don't know. Schools, the curriculum, the teachers, the dad and mom, no one teach them. They have to live here and earn and strengthen the economic status of your country, and it's your duty. No one tells. Why? This is a very serious thing. Talking about the countries, right? So we and me, we are not just this being a sorrowful, being a sorrowful as a sadness. It is not. Jorokilo means what? They already thought. They have solutions. That why we always work in that field. That's why to manage these worst conditions of economy, we have a six-point explanations. There's a theorem that is called the Sahridayata Arthatantra. Sahridayata means Samana Hridaya.
It's the principle of Jorokilo.
Yeah, principle of Jorokilo based on economy. How to build up our economy.
Okay, could you tell us the points?
The first thing is that the surety of fundamental prosperity. Means we have to, the government, the nations, the country have to make surety that everybody, the distributions of economy, or the money or cash or something should be. These are fundamental things. The prosperity means. If we just surfacely see, there is nothing to be serious in that situation, right? But critically, if we see, when the communists came, they narrate the evolutions of the is a bourgeois, right? Bourgeois means the people who have money. They started to hate. They started to hatred them, right? But what we are talking, communists talking about the poverty, we are talking about the richness. That is the difference. We are talking about the richness. When you love the richness, then you become a rich. When you love the educations, then of course you will become, probably you become a educated. If you hate the educations, of course you will become uneducated. Isn't it so? It's a very simple equations. That's why we are not against the richness. We are not against the prosperity. We are with the prosperity. Fundamental prosperity should be surely, it should be sure, right? That one. The another one is eco-friendly and the situational system and the development approach. If we see the socialist party, the communist or the Russians, or here is the capitalist party or America, Europe is something. They equally destroyed the natural environment. They use the resources as a, right? Our environment, they just tagged nature as resources. That's why they call it natural resources. Then the degradations of natural resources happens. The ecology system is corrupt. Now we are facing the global warming. We are facing the desertifications. We are facing the floods, right? So the economy is a very important thing, because economy derives everything. Economy derives everything. Suppose in our community around the world, even we see what is the fashion. Fashion means how we wear, how we hairstyles, everything. Someone intelligence make that decisions based on what? Economy. Levi spine, how we wear the Levi spine, means he create himself, right? So everybody should, it's a fashion, it's a fashions. Regarding it's a fashions, everybody wear the same cloth, same things. That's why Nepalese economy should impact on the people's design factors, everything. If we started to work, everything, the world will accept that. That one. That is the two. The other one, the three is, the three number, the principle is, even in educations, even curriculum, even the teachers, they never teach us the methodology. They never teach us. Because I study the practical subject, everyone is on the practical subject, theoretical subject, such a narrations are around. Then I studied the hotel management. In 2009 to 14, I studied hotel management. I saw there, I never taught the methodology. I taught how to cook, how to serve the guest, just only that. Means our education systems and our curriculum making me, like all Nepalese, as an employee, not a thinker, critically thinker, not a designer, just only employee is making. Why it's happened? To grab this, to overcome these situations, the youth of the day should be trained the methodology. What is the methodology? They have to go to the research. They have to go to the research. Research means you find everything, what is in there. You find there. Then you entrepreneurship. Then you invest. Now the entrepreneurship parts came and the development approach. That is the system. But today, I'm from Dang, right? If we enter the Dang district, especially in Ghorai, from entering Ghorai to Paschim Nepal, Paschim Dang, if we go there, it's around 100 kilometers. And I counted there, 100 petrol pumps are there. 100 petrol pumps are there. Even in Kathmandu, there is no, I don't have exact data, but there are less than 100. Less than 100. But if we see there, the pressure of the vehicles, if we see the two comparisons, Kathmandu is far better. Even there is no more than 100 petrol pumps. Even Dang, there is from started to Ghorai to Tulsipur end, there is more than 100 petrol pumps are there. What is there? What is it happening there? Because they never research there. How many vehicles will come? How many petrols? How many liters with petrols we're going to sell? Someone came and started a petrol pump and he earned money. Someone saw there and he started again. Same thing, the tractor. There is a 90 biga, the plot, 90 biga, that is called moja there. And 1, 2 tractor are working day and night and earning money. And someone stupid saw there and get invest. And another one. 90 biga and 90 tractors. 900 biga, 900 tractors. What kind of, these kinds of stupidity, why we have? Because we haven't the methodology of research. Until we do not do the research and invest money, the directly hamper in our family, in our society, and just backpacked and abroad for the working. These kinds of.
The fourth point?
The fourth point is the full, in our country, there is an investor, good investor also. They are investing money. Even my colleagues, even my friends are there. They are investing a chicken farming, someone in a vegetable, someone in agriculture, right? If they fall into the worst conditions, these states never saw them. Of course, he receives the taxes based on raw materials, based on chickens, based on momo even. He collects the taxes.
Government doesn't have such policy to support the...
He never saw his peoples doing, the entrepreneurs. For that, if the conditions come, no one will invest. It's better to go Vaideshik Rozgar, right? It's better to go there because if something happens, externally, internally environment, something happens, the government never just care them. These kinds of conditions, until and unless we have this policy, no one will invest here. If no one will invest here, how can we get the money? How can we strengthen our economy?
So it's about the government policy.
Yeah, it's a government policy. The another one is the multidimensionally we have to work. In Nepal, if the vegetable seller or the agriculture, we certainly kisan, the policy is such, if we sell our product in our market, the government won't get anything. But the product from outside, if we receive, the government will get the cash money.
Tax, as a tax.
As a tax. That's why he always killing his own people, his own youth, who have much more strength to do, who have is a forcefully, they are strong. And they have a mental also, we have to do this. They think. But the policy is such a...
Government should change the import policy.
Yeah. Import policy, and they even don't know the product. How to do. This is a family. For example, there is a Newari Khajagar. It's one family or society, right? Right? Suppose there are much more. The Newari Khajagar, Thakali Khana, these are the things. But these are the idea, right? Idea. Nepal, it's okay. But the government should play the role to franchise all over the world. This is the international community or the world trade market. We have never entered there. Why? Because government not support us. The governments. He never supported. He is not supporting. And if the situation remains same, the condition will remain same. This is the thing. That's why basically we have to just concern under the 6 points and started to work, because the government, we can do ourselves also. Suppose the research, enterprises and entrepreneurship and the development, we can do that, right? This is the thing.
So the condition in our country is the same. We cannot pay our loans. Just some days ago, we heard the news about Pokhara International Airports.
Yes.
So the government, why government doesn't think about the such policies? What are the problems?
See, policy comes from the mind, and the mind is derived from the ideology. And the ideology who are carrying the ideology in Nepalese, at least 99% political parties' ideology is based on the others like Mao, Stalin, Marx. These are the grandsons. They are the grandsons. Root Nepalese, but the mind
Foreigners.
foreigners, yes. So they think idea is important, right? Because policy based on idea. Policy comes based on idea. So in Nepal, everybody, either the Congress or the Maowadi or the MLA, everyone is influenced by the ideology derived by the foreigners. So they never think. Because of that, they cannot think Nepalese centered. Until and unless we are Nepalese centered, we cannot think very broadly. This is that make us ideologically we are dead. Ideologically we are dead. Then we have nothing to do with the richness and asking for the China for the airport, the Pokhara airport's cash money, right? That's loan, right? It's very ideologically dead, mentally dead. There's nothing to do with it. Yes, they can do, and China can also give. And at that time, if we become happy, it is the worst. Magi khanu bhanda marnu jati.
It's our policies, yes?
Yes, it's our proverbs. We never ask for the money of anyone. Even today, the disables, disables, someone do not have eyes, handicapped, right? Even the Nepalese disabled never ask. They do their own work. If you go to Pashupati, lots of beggars are from India. If you go to the everywhere place like Chowk, everything, you cannot find the Nepalese beggars. Why it's happening? It's our enrooted thoughts, this idea. But now we are begging with China. We took a loan, right? We took a loan, and we are telling, the government is telling, we cannot pay the money, and so convert into
grants.
Grants.
So
this is happening.
The government just like declared that they told us that they are trying so hard to improve the economic condition of Nepal. Do you believe them?
Sorry?
They promised, they told us that they are trying very hard to improve the economic condition of Nepal. Do you believe them?
This government especially came to the our constitutions, what to say? They manage the constitution's agendas, right? And is doing different thing. It is showing, the government is showing, monetary policy is the most important thing. No, monetary policy is just a policy, monetary policy. It won't work. If we do not have the chances, the policy won't work. Besides that, they have nothing to do. They haven't done anything.
Thank you, sir, for joining with us.
Thank you very much.